Everyone's obsessing over wool sweaters, but did you know that there are so many different types of wool and all of them have different properties? For example, when you hear people talking about how they remember wool sweaters from their childhood and they're very scratchy and very itchy, chances are they're talking about Shetland wool. Shetland wool comes from sheep that live on Scotland's Shetland Islands. It is a coarse type of wool. It is very durable, very warm, and used in traditional knitwear. Also, merino wool that comes from merino sheep that are originally from Spain but now are raised in like Australia and New Zealand. And those are very soft, very fine fibers that are often used in like base layers, socks, activewear, and are known for excellent temperature regulation and breathability and odor resistance. Lamb's wool is also sheep wool that comes from shearing of sheep that are under a year old, so it is very, very soft and is often used in blankets and scarves. Then we have wool from goats. So for example, cashmere comes from cashmere goats, and everyone knows that cashmere is extremely soft and used in like luxury knitwear. There's also mohair that comes from Angora goats. These are those distinct fuzzy thin sweaters. Mohair is often blended with other fibers because that adds to the durability of the mohair. It is a very delicate fiber because it sheds easily and loses shape on its own, so you'll see it often mixed with other wool or even like silk and nylon. There's also alpaca wool that comes from alpacas that are related to llamas, and that is also a very soft fiber, very sought after in like luxury knitwear. Very soft, warm, and durable, but it does shed very easily. Alpaca is also considered a hypoallergenic wool because it contains no lanolin in it. Regardless of the wool that your garment is made out of, these fibers do not tolerate hot temperatures, so never wash them in hot water because in hot water they shrink and they felt, and that is how a lot of sweaters get ruined. Cold water is always safest, especially for more delicate wools like cashmere and mohair. I always recommend hand washing them with a specialty wool shampoo that will not strip those natural oils. Not ever put wool in the washing machine if you have an agitator. That is a surefire way to ruin your wool sweater or your wool garment. Never dry it in the dryer. Always lay flat to dry. Never hang it to dry because wool is very heavy when it's wet, so it does get misshapen on a hanger. Gently roll it in a towel and then lay it flat to dry on that towel. And always, always fold your wool sweaters and garments to prevent hanger marks. Don't hang them because that misshapes the shoulders. Good luck!